Hey everybody, we're Tillison Consulting and we love digital marketing, and you're listening to the Inside Digital podcast. This is your one-stop shop to learn and expand your knowledge within the digital marketing space. It's never been more important to have an online presence, and in this show, our experts will talk about SEO, PPC, and everything in between. They'll share their personal insights, experiences, and strategies they're taking advantage of so the rest of us can do the same. Here's today's episode. Hi there, welcome to this episode of Inside Digital. My name's Tom, I'm the campaign manager for PPC, and this is Alex.
Hi Matt, I'm the PPC strategist here at Tillison.
Great, today we're going to be talking about the roadmap to revenue, turning store browsers into buyers. So pretty much conversion rate optimization, isn't it really?
Just how to get the best conversion rate possible from e-commerce campaigns.
Exactly, and it's not as easy as it sounds.
It's not as easy as it sounds, no. The thing with e-commerce is there's different things you probably have to focus on. You've got to look at the mindset of the person who's going to be clicking on the ad, the sort of ad they're clicking on, so that's likely to be shopping. They're kind of in that mindset of, I want to buy something now, I want to make this purchase, I want to buy this product. And it's usually, or will be in this case, a financial transaction, so they are going to be buying something. There is risk for them. It's not like a lead generation where they're filling in a form or just entering details. They're actually expecting a physical product, and they are going to kind of split with their money. So they are looking for different things on that landing page. Not totally different things. I mean, it still follows kind of the usual steps you would follow for good CRO, but there's probably slightly different areas you want to focus on.
There are, and so we focus mainly on obviously Google Ads, Facebook ads, the advertising side of things. But that is pretty much 50% of roughly 50% of the actual the user journey. Because as soon as they click on that advert, they're going to hit your website or Shopify website or any website you have, and that website needs to just convert, doesn't it? It needs to be the best looking place for the easiest journey for that user to use, so they can convert and get what they want almost as easy as possible. Better than your competitors as well.
Yeah, I think that's the kind of a key word you use there, easy. You want to make the journey to clicking the ad to buying the product as quick and easy as possible. That isn't just put a big button on the screen that says buy now. You want to give them all the relevant information, everything about the product, everything about delivery, any kind of bonuses, bespoke, unique things you can offer. You want to kind of deliver to them straight away. So you kind of want where they land to immediately answer most of the most important queries they have. You don't want to hide that information way down the page, especially I think especially from experience, a lot of e-commerce is done on mobile devices. So you are looking at instantly reduced screen size.
Definitely.
So you need all that information kind of front and center. Kind of, is it one day delivery? Yes, great. You want that so they can see it immediately. They want clear product images. They want the price. They want kind of a call to action there. Again, it gives them the option to kind of scroll down, look for more, but at the end of the day, if they are in that quick, I want to buy now sort of mindset, you want to kind of feed into that.
That's it. And we know that a lot of the audiences these days, they're likely going to land on mobile, aren't they? So it's very, very, very important for your mobile landing pages to be as optimized as possible and show the most important information before they need to scroll. As you were saying, it's literally the most important thing, I think, these days. I mean, that, as you said, it doesn't mean throw everything in one go. You just want to show them the most important parts, like testimonials, any benefit points, images that relate to them almost straight away. Not too many because you want to fill up the screen up size. But it's just trying to get as much information as possible without overwhelming them. But wanting them to use your website.
Like what you mentioned, the mobile thing is very, very important. It's very easy when kind of you're in our industry, or if you're doing it for yourself, because you'll more than likely be working on a desktop, on a laptop. But what you're seeing when you load that page is not going to be the same as what potentially 75-80% of your audience will be seeing. So it is very important to, first of all, if you are running something on Google Ads, Google will give you that data. So you can check, where's the traffic coming from? So if you're getting 70% through mobile, you know that 70% of your potential income is coming through a mobile device. So that's kind of the quickest win in that area. That's kind of where you need to focus your time, focus your attention first. I'm not saying that desktop isn't important. There's still that 30% there. You kind of need to follow the money. You need to follow the audience. You need to kind of give the majority what they need first. because that majority is going to give the majority of your money.
And with the rise of like voice search, with the rise of AI and all the other stuff where you can easily access it now through mobile devices, it's where people are likely going to be searching for most of your things, looking at Google, looking at, I mean, obviously you might be scrolling through Facebook, see the ad on Facebook and then click on that. So therefore you're already on a mobile.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things where, yeah, as you say, we're in an office space, so we are on desktop a lot, and I'm sure a lot of people are, but people, especially for e-commerce, when you're buying something these days, it's very, very much likely they're going to be on a device, isn't it really?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so we that's why we're really drilling in, I think, that mobile optimization is extremely important. And Google, even for SEO purposes, they actually rank now for mobile first. So your website has to be good for that, for SEO, obviously, to rank higher, but also to be as user-friendly as possible when it comes to Google Ads or any advertising platform.
I think just kind of furthering on from that, I think it's just important we kind of just go over quickly what exactly CRO is.
Yes, yeah, of course, yeah.
So we're going to go carried away with the mobile stuff.
Yeah, I know we did. Yeah, we do it all the time. We're so into it that we just assume everyone knows. Yeah, if you want to explain what conversion rate optimization is, go for it. Yeah.
So conversion optimization. So first of all, we've got your conversion rate, which is how often percent of the time that when someone clicks on an ad or someone lands on the landing page, they actually carry through whatever your conversion action is. So in e-commerce, it will be the sale. And conversion rate optimization is what it says in the tin, is optimizing your landing pages and your website to increase the amount of people taking that significant action once they're on your site.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's definitely becoming more of a thing. I see it a lot now. I'm on Twitter quite a lot, so I see it on there quite a bit. People actually are now optimizing and making it a bigger thing for people with more awareness about it, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, like SEO is big. PPC is quite large, but then CRO is now sort of creeping up to be one of the most important aspects of any marketing campaign, I guess.
And as well, especially from my PPC background, we're working PPC, they kind of will always go hand in hand. So where we can put it is, so you've got your PPC marketing, which are the kind of, you run the ads, you pay Google or Meta or LinkedIn, usually not LinkedIn because that's more LinkedIn. Let's say we use Google and Meta as an example. You pay for the clicks, they go for the landing page. That's great. You can have the most amazing ad in the world, the most amazing campaigns in the world. You could be getting a kind of click-through rate of about 20% of really, really engaged traffic. You know, the search terms they could be looking for, bang on, it's what you want, they're highly engaged. But if your conversion rate, because you've conversion optimization, if your website, if your landing pages are poor, then it's not going to take action.
Exactly. That's where they're browsers and not buyers. They're not going to turn to buyers.
So you've got, in that case, you've got a sales problem. It's not that your marketing's bad. Your marketing's great. It's bringing in lots and lots of relevant people, but you're spending for that marketing. And if they're going to a landing page where they're not going to take action, it's effectively just is wasted spend.
Yeah, completely.
And that's why this is so important.
Yeah, and we for our clients, we drill it in, don't we, as much as possible. We really, that's one of our first go-tos, really. We look at the website and be like, straight away, there's things they could change here, which will help.
It's pointless spending money on ads if you're just going to sell them in some ways they're going to convert. It's pointless kind of hiring a guy to dance around, wave a sign outside your store and get all the people in, if they go into the store and it's dilapidated and you've got no products.
So true, yeah, exactly.
And then you can't exactly go and blend the guy out the front of the store, can you?
No. It's even simple, like when you say like they've got no products, even as simple as out of stock.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it's also a no-brainer, but sometimes people with out of stock stuff don't have that out of stock. No notice, therefore the person doesn't know.
Usually, if the feeds are set up correctly, Google should hopefully import that data.
Yes, hopefully.
But if they're not, again, if not everything's right at the back end, again, I don't know if this directly relates to conversion optimization in terms of the page changes. I think it's a whole different product talking about the feeds and stuff. But it's just, everything is so interlinked in e-commerce that if one thing isn't working, it can just upset the whole apple cart.
Yeah. It's crazy, isn't it? And that's where testing comes in as well.
Yeah.
We know to A/B test as many things as possible because the smallest little change can make a big difference.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where we've got a few points here actually of what we can sort of talk about. We talked a lot about mobile optimization. Yeah. The next one is actually contrasting colors, and this it's almost a given really, but it's more like just make sure that the main points of your landing page are contrasting. Like say the CTA is red on a white background, something. So you definitely know that that's sort of, if it's in your brand colors, obviously. But yeah, that was contrasting enough so that it draws the user's eye, so they know where to go next to continue on their user journey.
And this feeds back into making the journey easier for them. You are just directly signposting. This is where you go if you want to complete the purchase.
Exactly. Yeah.
This is where you go if you want to buy something. They're not having to look through the page, get frustrated. So for every 10 seconds someone spends on the page, there's like a bigger chance they just go, I can't be arsed with this.
That's
it's far too much of it. I saw another 10 ads with this exact product.
Yep.
And I can't be arsed with this website. I'm in a rush. I'm on my mobile, I'm on the bus, I'm on the train, I'm walking down the street. I've got 5 minutes into a meeting. I need to get this done quickly.
Yep.
So if they can't, I mean, I've had an example previously of a call to action, which wasn't even a button. It was just a line of text which was highlighted blue. It looked like a hyperlink.
Right.
You're not going to immediately look at that and go, that's where I'm going to complete the action.
Yeah, that's so true.
So you could have, great product image. You could actually have great testimonials, 5-star reviews. You could have nice product descriptions, everything they need. You could have a 1-day delivery. You could have that refund policy. You could have everything.
Yeah.
But if they don't know where they need to buy it from,
where they go next.
See that clear signposted CTA. We said contrasting colours, like a nice big red button.
Yep.
Then they're just not going to take action.
No. You see this a lot as well. Like you can see it everywhere, even in your favorite apps like Facebook, Twitter. They have their post button is contrasting to their actual background. So people know once they've written what they write where to go to complete that action sort of thing.
And like that, it's even things such as small icons.
Yeah.
Like I think something we found quite a lot of success on with, if anything payment related, anything financial related, just something as small as padlock.
Yeah, that's so
true. It just gives that.
You might adding the padlock into the CTA itself, like the text, like add to cart with a little padlock next to it. Yeah,
it just gives that indication. Okay, it's secure payment.
Yeah,
it's safe, and even without much text, there's of course there's going to be stuff on the website or on the further payment process of this is secure payment. Just a small icon like that.
Yeah,
we've seen it, haven't we?
Yeah. It just brings trust into. We had quite a lot of success with that. Just adding that one little icon, making it brought trust. It brought sort of privacy and security to the user, knowing that when they hit add to cart, then they know that their transaction is going to be safe and stuff like that. So it's all psychology when it comes to CRO, but it works. Yeah, that's what we know, isn't it? So that's where you test and we learn that. So it's very interesting. And the final point as well on this one is product pages. So obviously product pages are important when it comes to e-commerce.
I think it's probably the most important.
Probably the most important.
When it comes to e-commerce.
You're going to need people to use these well, aren't you?
Yes.
Properly, at least. There are ways to do so.
And I think they're super important because you're taking them directly to the product page.
Yeah.
It's not lead gen where you can take it to the homepage and look around the site. If someone, like I speak from experience, if I want to buy something online, I'm usually just going to click the ad.
Yep.
And if the product page does it for me, and I have that level of trust, it gives me enough information. If it gives me everything I need, I'm just probably just going to buy it from that page. I might kind of have a look around at some reviews. I might kind of have a look around. But if that page is memorable, if it seems easy, if it gives me everything I need, I might either just do it straight there, or come back to it. Because I think it's also important to remember the audience for what this is, e-commerce. It's a lot shorter funnel.
100%. Yeah.
It's not something someone's probably going to, especially kind of lower end value products. But if you're looking probably sub 75, sub 100, especially with Meta, the person is going to probably want to take immediate action.
Yeah, exactly. And they've already clicked on the ad. So they're maybe 25% there. Yeah. So that's where the product pages need to really hone in that.
There because they've searched for that exact product.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
In a lot of cases.
Or if they've seen even if they're not and they've seen the ad and it's interested them that much to click on the ad.
Yeah.
And now they're on your page, then you have to do the rest of the work to continue that.
You've got the interest. You've
journey,
got to finish the job.
Yeah. And so things you can do to your product pages, like you can do these right now. You can literally go away and do these today because if you have control of your website, obviously, show benefits. Benefits are massive, aren't they? You've got to show how your product is going to help them. That's pretty much all it is. How it's going to completely remove the pain from their life at that precise moment and why they're looking for your product, really. So what we've tested and what we've found works best is sort of list them out as sort of ticked bullet points, I guess, sometimes, because it's quick, it gets the information out straight away, and it draws the eye as well. So you can fit quite a lot in sort of small space, especially on mobile. So yeah, benefits are an enormous benefit to product pages. Clear prices. A good thing, actually, a little top tip even, is to have your price the same color, quite big as well, same color as your CTA, because it kind of relates to each other, and they if it's contrasting as well. So say you've got a red CTA and a red price, they can see that the peripheral visions, it all works out that you can see that the price is there and the CTA is there, it's the same color. So that we've tested, and it has helped conversion rates as well. So that's one thing you can definitely change, is a quick color change, quick add benefit change, and payment options as well. So these days you can obviously Google Pay, there's credit cards, there's anything you can pay with, but not all, and also finance options as well.
But I think finance options are really, especially when you're looking at the more higher end, higher value products. Like
oh yeah, definitely.
Something that's going to cost, let's say, over £250.
They can't commit right then.
So. Exactly. It also, 250 in one bat seems like a big commitment. But if you can offer them, or if you do have the capabilities to split that payment, that definitely helps CRO.
Yeah.
It's just, again, it gives people more options.
Yeah.
So I think the secret payment is as many options as you can make.
Exactly, and display them as well where you can. Like we had little Visa icons, the Klarna icon, or whatever finance options there are, and PayPal and all the other ones.
How important brand recognition is this day, and how important icons are.
Yeah.
People are far more likely to immediately take notice of the Visa logo or the Klarna logo.
Big with Apple Pay or Google Pay as well.
Pay, yeah.
If they can do it there and then, yeah, exactly.
Whereas if you kind of list them in writing, they can get lost in the rest of the page.
Yep. Yeah, so it's worth displaying them as much as wherever you can without squishing everything in one place. I know we're talking about adding quite a lot to a product page, but you want to get as much information in there as possible.
Yeah, I think it also would add legitimacy as well.
Of course, yeah. Same with testimonials. Well, there's another thing we need to add in there as well.
Legitimacy is a huge thing when it comes to CRO. People need to actually be able to trust where they are sending their money.
Yep.
Again, when you're lead gen and whether there's actually no financial transaction, no financial handover taking place, probably people are more likely to kind of go, oh, okay, go on and have an email and see where it goes and not follow up on it. Or they are sending money across, they want to know that they are 100% going to receive.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you can have testimonials from previous customers saying, great product, receive the item promptly.
That's it, isn't it? People tend to do what others have already done. That's it, yeah. So if you can prove that you're having a good time, then just put on your bloody product pages. You got to do it.
There's so many ways you can do this. You can kind of host them yourself, have people kind of comment, and then kind of the Amazon approach, really, isn't it?
Yes, that is, yeah.
But again, that's kind of very large scale. But there's things like Trustpilot.
Yeah, and people do it before. Even if I'm on a product page, I'll go to the review straight away. I probably ignore the product. I know what the product is already.
Yeah.
So I might look at the benefits. That helps me because I might do things I haven't thought about yet. But the testimonials are where I'm going to go first because I want to know what it is.
Want to know. And even if there are no exact product testimonials, there's a new product you've got really nothing there.
Yep.
Even having kind of a Google Business Review, even just having those overall reviews of the business, just lets people know, okay, I can trust this company. I'm going to send their money.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think that closes the deal. It's definitely right up there with some of those important things. It's all important, but it all adds up.
And it's just where you put them. I know you can say like, okay, great, I can put all this stuff. I can do this stuff today, but where do I put it all? And that we can't really give answers to. It's good to look at other places, try and look at your competitors, see what they're doing, or look at other options, maybe look at Amazon. Amazon obviously doing the highest job in the world, aren't they? See what they're doing. But testing is the only way you can truly know what works best for your audience.
I mean, testing never stops.
It does, yeah, exactly.
We do, does it? You always need to kind of test. You always need to kind of find those small wins.
Yeah.
Well, things may not look massive on paper. What it can do is like it all adds up. Like, to get a bit statistical on you here. Like, if your conversion rate is 1%, and okay, let's say we add some testimonials and that improves things by 0.5%.
Yep.
Again, that goes on 0.5. It's not really worth it. But if you're already making 5,000 for sales, that 0.5 is going to increase by 2,500.
Yeah, it's enormous, isn't it?
Again, so it all adds up. So
yeah.
If you do 4 things over the space of a few months, and it all increases things by 2%, so it goes from 1 to 3%. Again, that's not 3%. That's not amazing, but you've effectively tripled what you're doing just through these small changes.
Yeah, that's it. And you'll probably find that one change will be the catalyst, and it'll just like it'll blow up at some point. And it depends on different products, obviously, and different businesses and everything. But there are some changes out there which you can make, which do help a lot.
And if you are advertising on kind of Google's platform, Meta's platforms, what that will also do is it will increase the return on ad spend.
Yeah.
So you will increase your return on ad spend from, let's say, 200 to 600 by these small changes. What that will just allow you to do is Google will start bidding on more things.
Yeah.
It will start using your budget more wisely. You'll kind of reach customers you haven't reached before, and it all just scales up. But the thing that kind of unlocks it all is CRO.
CRO is all. CRO is all, isn't it? Really, it really is.
It's I would say it's the key to e-commerce.
Yeah, I think you're right these days.
Because
that's why Amazon works, or places like Amazon work, because they have been testing. They still are testing on you every now. We don't see it, but they are.
It's just small things you don't even notice sometimes.
No, exactly.
It's kind of unlock the whole thing, and that's kind of, if you go to any kind of, I say, major player, these companies have spent probably thousands of pounds, hours, just testing every small nook and cranny of their website, just to make it the kind of conversion rate optimization as good as it can get.
Yeah,
exactly. To make their website experience as good as it can be.
Almost so the user doesn't know they're going through it at that point. They just are, and it's obviously converting without them realizing it, sort of thing, which is what you need. Exactly. So with all that in mind, how do we analyze CRO?
So I've always kind of fell into it a little bit, but I think at the end of the day, it's just the metrics and the data you have.
Yeah.
It's looking at the sales data, it's looking at the revenue data. So, for example, on this Google Ads, it's not going to be 100% accurate, but you can see the return on ad spend, the amount of conversions you got, but you can also look at your website's back end.
Yep.
So I think it's quite easy to analyze the overall effects of it. But it can be tricky if you are, I'd say, running multiple things at one time.
Yeah.
Because of course it's always good to test, but if you're running loads of things at one time, it can be quite tricky, I'd say, to pinpoint exactly.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. And I'd add that most e-commerce websites, I mean, some are built for Shopify, some are not, but most of them, the product pages are built in the same way, the same layout, same template usually. So it's worth testing small changes. Obviously, don't do too big on pages that you know we're getting traffic to straight away, so you can get that data in really, really quickly. But when you have had a proper good change, then you could then roll it out to the other pages. But you're able to just test it on one solid page to begin with, then roll it out.
You need to make sure the page is getting a good amount of traffic in. You want to pick maybe not your best performing product, because you don't want to potentially torpedo it into the ground.
That's it, yeah.
But something that is getting significant amounts of traffic.
Something you're willing enough to test, because we have been harping on that CRO is the be all and end all.
Yeah.
But if a test doesn't go the way you want to, it could also hinder conversion rates. Yeah. So you want to know that, obviously, if that test is doing that, turn it off, mate. Just don't keep it on.
But how long would you ideally like to test something for, to kind of get that solid kind of, right, I know this?
Yeah. So it's recommended to test for at least 2 weeks. That is there's a lot of conversion rate optimization softwares out there you can use to help test websites. And usually at 2 weeks is depending on the amount of data. If you get tons of traffic in, thousands of customers a day, then you could have it running for days or weeks, and that's fine. But
so the more traffic to the page, the quicker you're going to learn, obviously.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's why it's important to kind of make sure you pick a page which is getting the traffic in.
Yeah. We've done tests with like 4 or 5 people on per day, and those tests have to go on for months because you're not going to find the right data, or you might just turn them off because they're not getting the conclusive data, really.
Yeah. I think it's also as important when looking at the data, though, just to make sure you don't kind of pick one source and stick to that. Because we've seen that, especially with things like website cookies nowadays, data protection. I'm not saying some can be unreliable, but they do differ. So you kind of check your back end. The back end of your website will always probably give the most accurate. Really, the amount of sales, the amount of revenue.
Yeah.
But when you factor in things like ad spend, it's also good to look at Google Analytics, just kind of cross-reference everything. Because what will often happen is analytics, Google Ads, will tend to underreport just because either the user hasn't given their consent, or for some other reason that hasn't got the data signals through. So always kind of cross-compare this data kind of then use it to get an overall response
Yep.
on how well the conversions are doing.
Yeah.
Because if you base it off Google Ads, it's very likely there's a chance kind of the return on ad spend you're seeing and the conversion rates will actually be lower than the actual,
That's true.
and will give a false representation of how you're doing. So you might switch something off prematurely, which actually is working.
And a lot of these CRO softwares as well, they do things like heat maps as well. So you can see where people are clicking or using on the website, which can help quickly determine whether tests are working or future tests as well. So you can, if someone's clicking in this random area for no reason, just you could put a CTA there maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
it might end that's where they're clicking.
Because
So
like monitoring user behaviour, because people kind of tend to. Well, where would you say people tend to levitate on the screen most of all?
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Where would you say people tend to levitate their attention on a screen? Left to right, wouldn't it be?
Yeah, usually left to right. People read left to right, so obviously try and keep your benefits left to right in a way. It's just try and go for those normal human psychology things, I guess, or what people normally do. And
the thing with CRO is just don't overthink it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and as we have said, the smaller changes can make the bigger differences.
Yeah.
There are changes you can make right now. If you don't have any benefits on your product pages, add them. You might as well add the benefits of that
if your
product.
page is all kind of just one color, non-standard CTAs, you can make that change immediately.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and again, it's good to test your results, but you should see pretty quick results.
Yeah, 100%.
If everything else is working the way it should be.
And ultimately, I say in 2024 is optimize for mobile.
Yes.
Yeah, that's literally the biggest one, isn't it? Your page has to work on mobile, otherwise people are going to turn off, bounce almost straight away.
Yeah.
Or they're just not going to convert, and your conversions are just going to apply it. I think these days it has to be optimized for mobile.
Yeah, we're turning into a more mobile society, and
yeah, definitely, and even tablets as well. I mean, it's hard to optimize it correctly for each one exactly.
Yeah,
desktop and mobile, 100%, but tablet, keep that in mind as well, because people are still using this.
It's good to kind of cover everything. But again, there are things like analytics, Google Ads, where you can monitor where the traffic is coming from. Of course, so you can find the most immediate win. But I would say for most cases in e-commerce, it will be mobile. I know for myself, I even use my mobile at home.
Yeah, exactly. And even Google these days, it's optimized. The Google search, they optimize for mobile. You can swipe through products these days on Google search, so they know it's happening. So go with them. Yeah. Amazon, that's all. I know they have apps and stuff now for it, but and other places like it, they all are optimized for mobile because they know people are there to buy on mobile. Yeah. Cool. Well, I think we've harped on enough, mainly about mobile, but e-commerce CRO is very, very important, right? And turning store browsers into buyers is one of the most important things anyone can do on a website these days.
I think it's what e-commerce is all about.
It is.
You need to turn these browsers into buyers. If you don't, you're effectively just wasting ad spend or spend on your website or just time. If you're not going to take these people buy your stuff,
that's it.
E-commerce is effectively pointless.
Yeah, and we're here to help as well. If you have any questions about your e-commerce store, then call up Tillerson Consulting and we can help you.
Yeah.
We've got a few specialists here, and we've helped so many clients in the past. Sorry, we were e-commerce and are not e-commerce as well, because CRO, as we know, is extremely important. So.
It unlocks the whole thing.
It really does unlock the whole thing, and have a look at your pages and just see if you can improve them today.
Yeah.
But thanks for watching this episode and listening to this episode. We hope you found it insightful.
Yeah.
Subscribe for more, and if you haven't watched any other episodes, this episode's 6 now, I think. So there are a few other episodes before this.
There's 5 more.
5 previous.
Watch them all.
Watch them all. Alex is on there. I'm on some of them as well. Yeah. So watch and listen to more episodes of Inside Digital.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us for this episode of the Inside Digital podcast. Make sure to visit our website at tillerson.co.uk, where you can read more about the topics discussed in this show and much more. If you're looking to get started or to continue your digital marketing journey, we can help. Just reach out to one of our experts through our website. We'd love to hear if you found value in this show. Please leave a review and be sure to tune in for our next episode.